This is Dub Revolution. This is Dub Music to rock the nation.
The one there rules country.
What say? U-Jah-Siri
Riddim session. Hello people, welcome to part 1 of chapter 17 of the U-Jah-Siri Riddim sessions. This session and the next one is brought to you from Venda in northern South Africa. Opening our session, we've got a lovely track by Keith Hudson from 1974. This is the Michael Talbot Affair.
Original dog. Y'all know what it is.
Beautiful track this, made more so by the lovely location. So I was invited up to Venda to spend a long weekend with some friends, and I was told to bring my music. So we recorded a couple of sessions and then played a couple of live sessions. Really nice to get out of the city. Many thanks to Fraser for that. Right, let's move on to 1971 now, and a bit more rock steady. This is Travelling Man by The Techniques, produced by Duke Reid, recorded at Treasure Isle Studios.
So long I've been a traveling man. Oh, it's been a long, long time. I'm just roaming around all over this land. With just one golden mind, I'm still searching to find my love. Oh,
should have said, it's also got Tommy McCook and the Supersonics on the credits for that track. I'm going to flip this 7-inch and play the other side, which is a version by Errol Brown called Dreads Leaving Babylon. It's coming up just now.
You see,
You're listening to
U-Jah-Siri Riddim session.
On a drum. The drum is space in itself. Rotational waves, squeezing and stretching space. Space-time begins to ring in response. Begins to ring. We hear that. Even though it's empty space.
Okay, we've moved on to something a little bit different now. This is Creation Rebel with a track called Space Movement Section 4. It's from their 1980 album Starship Africa, which was produced with Adrian Sherwood. Nice this.
Gravitational waves are actually like a sound in the medium of space. Like a sound in the medium of space.
Creation Rebel are a UK-based band that were the main instrumentalist band for Prince Farai, and later in the late 70s started to work with Adrian Sherwood from On You Sound. This was actually recorded in 78 but put out on the On You Sound label in 1980.
Near two black holes that collide. As they orbit, space-time begins to ring in response. Gravitational waves are actually like a sound in the medium of space. Gravitational waves are actually like a sound in the medium of space. Sound medium of space. Sound medium of space. Imagine if you were floating near two black holes that collide. As they orbit, space-time begins to ring in response.
Alright, let's keep the dub rolling across the hills of Venda land and turn to Augustus Pablo. This is Pablo's theme from 1975. Gravitational waves are actually like a sound in the medium of space. In the medium of space. In the medium of space. Like a sound in the medium of space. In the medium of space. Space-time begins to ring in response. Begins to ring. Make a sound in the medium of space. In the medium of space. Okay, let's flip this and play the B-side. This is called Dub Song, which I guess means it's got King Tubby's hand in it. It's lovely, this.
Spectacular discovery. And then they get louder. Gravitational waves are actually like a sound in the medium of space. In the medium of space. In the medium of space.
definitely got that King Tubby sound to it. Great track.
Gravitational waves are actually like a sound in the medium of space. Like a sound in the medium of space.
Okay, nice. Let's move up a couple of years to 1980 and Pablo Moses. This is A Song.
Strong meditations get to my head with a guitar under a favorite tree. Enjoy inspiration building in me. I play and play and sing, releasing the inspiration within. And written there is a song, yeah, for everyone. A song, your song, yeah. And a song, speak it a song, your song.
This beautiful track was put out on an album of the same name, A Song, which was recorded at Dynamic Sound Studios in Kingston, Jamaica. And it's got some really impressive people on the credits, apart from Pablo Moses, including Robbie Shakespeare, Sly Dunbar, Freddie McGregor, Rita Marley, and others. Nice stuff.
Some may consider it appealing, while to some very grieving. Now others might just love the rhythm, ooh yeah, and some, yeah, find the true meaning. But always it a song, maybe a little too long, or maybe a little too short, but a song, yeah, from my heart. A song, your song, yeah, and a song, sweet love, and just a song, your song, yeah, and a song, and just a song.
This is Kung Fu, taking you on music.
Alright, let's have something a little bit different now. Let's have Dennis Brown. This is from 1981. I Am the Conqueror.
Wherever you are, don't be far. Listen, I am the conqueror, so you must never try to conquer me. Neither should you call the sisters Lego beast, because they're black enough for you to see. Come, let's face reality. Tell me why you deal with brutality. It can't be to win the sisters' love. Why you treat them so rough? Yes. You've got to show them the way.
This is
Cause they are so young and so gay. In every way, yes, so young and gay. Yes. Jump. Yes. Oh, yes. Whoa, yeah. Yes. Let the sisters feel good. Treat them like a good brother should. And today we love you more and more each day in a respected way. In a respected way. In a respected way. Yeah, respected way. Oh, they're so young and so gay. Yeah. In a respected way now. Yeah, respect you.
This is Kung Fu.
So that was produced by Niney, the Observer, or Winston Holmes, who'd been on the scene since the late 60s as a friend of Lee Scratch Perry and worked for Bunny Lee and then Joe Gibbs. I'm going to play another cut by Niney, the Observer, this one recorded at King Tubby's studio. It's called Dove Exclusive.
Sin
do it on the street. Y'all know what it is. Original dog.
Right, we've moved on to a real classic instrumental from the mid-70s by Ken Booth and Jackie Matu. This is Drum Song. Alright, so next up I've got a bit of a treat lined up for you. This is something that I've been working on with my colleague, Biko MC, who some of you might remember featured on an earlier session. So we laid some of his MCing over a version of this track, a very famous version by Sound Dimension, recorded at Studio One, and we're calling this Biko's Drums.
The Dub Style Session, Biko MC with Professor Juicy, the Root Selector. You know what it is? Yeah, I say, you know what it is? Makore makumi maviri uraudzira muninga dzepasi nheketerwa ndichidzidza chishava pavarume ndichizeya namashavi utsari nehunyanzvi sadza renjere zvomene matandi mapfumbamwe achinyora ndangariro makona evakare musharukwa nongedzera dzinde renduramo shizha racho ndichisvuta mugara ndakarodza mudzidziri wenhorido ganganiso kombedzanwa mutonho dzaguchure mupeta Dukwiza rapoteredza darera chaminuka muninga dzepasi munogara godobori muninga dzepasi mumatare anyanduri muninga dzepasi munotonga seguvano muninga dzepasi toito muninga dzepasi munogara godobori muninga dzepasi mumatare anyanduri muninga dzepasi munotonga seguvano muninga dzepasi ndopindira mudaka ndichirwira zviro kwazvo mutungidzi werimi chiedza tovhenekera ongorori nezvapupu mudumba rechita museve wemudzimu yopotera vazukuru mhandukuru vapfumi vematumbu vanorozva ndandanga mukurwisa vanomira musarudzo wejecha akavenga vanongoimba vidiso chiranga neukasha vanodzvanyirira vanhu chitokonya vasemenya kuti tangira hondo mabvumba maungira kutinhira mumakomo chizunza pasi rose nyika ichindengendeka uponda vanosvava nekusheta simba redu chabhunduka nyanduri gwenyakonya rewarumwa kurutswa kwemashoko deke mbedzo remanyoka ruzivo rwakasvipirwa tangira hondo muninga dzepasi munogara kodobori muninga dzepasi mumatare anyanziri muninga dzepasi munotonga shegovanwa muninga dzepasi muninga dzepasi munogara kodobori muninga dzepasi mumatare anyanduri muninga dzepasi munotonga shegovanwa muninga dzepasi Remember the name, the Pico MC with Professor Juice to the root selector. Dub style, and dig the origination of the rhythm. Big up, origination. One time for your mind. You know what it is. Makore makumi maviri marauzi chitokonya vaseminya kuti tangira hondo ganganiso tangira hondo ganganiso chambimu you know what it is. Chambimu Dub style. Makore makumi maviri marauzi
Speaker MC there. Of course, we also produced a pared down dubby version that's coming up just now.
You know what it is. You know what it is. Makore makumi maviri maraudzira Beana mashabi ganganiso kombedzanwa mutono dzaguchire mupeta dugwiza rapoteredza darera chaminu muninga dzepasi muninga dzepasi munogara godobori tokonya vaseminya kutangira hondo tangira hondo Remember the name, the big and stop. Big up to the originator. Tangira you know what it is. Makore makumi maviri marauza chitokonya vaseminya kuti tangira hondo ganganiso tangira hondo you know what it is. Stop. Makore maviri marauza
Gravitational waves are actually like a sound in the medium of space.
Biko and I have actually been working on several tracks, and I'm going to play a couple more in part 2. I've had to do a bit of post-production work on this session because when I first uploaded it, it was blocked by YouTube because of copyright issues. And then, of course, the terrible news that the grand wizard of dub, the upsetter himself, Lee Scratch Perry, died just yesterday. So I'm going to splice in a couple of classic Lee Perry tracks now in honour of the great man himself. First one is called Bird in Hand. It's got Sam Cartier on vocals. It came out on the Return of the Super 8 album in 1978, and it's a Hindu love song put through Lee Scratch Perry's Wicked Machine. This is awesome. What a beautiful song and What an enormous loss. We've had so many losses, but this one really takes the biscuit. The world is definitely a less interesting, less beautiful place this morning. Let's have another track. This is a very famous track. This is Chase the Devil by Max Romeo, produced by Lee Perry, came out in 1976.
Lucifer, son of the morning, I'm gonna chase you out of earth. I'm gonna put on an iron shirt and chase Satan out of earth. I'm gonna put on an iron shirt and chase the devil out of earth. I'm gonna send him to outer space to find another race. I'm gonna send him to outer space to find another race. Satan is a evilous man, but him can't choke it on I man. So when I check him, my lass in hand, and if him slip a gun with him hand, I'm gonna put on an iron shirt and chase Satan out of earth. I'm gonna put on an iron shirt and chase the devil out of earth. I'm gonna send him to outer space to find another race. I'm gonna send him to outer space to find another race. Oh yeah. Him have to drop him fork and run. Him can't stand up to Jah-Jah's son. Him have to left ya with him gun, dig off with him bomb. I'm gonna put on an iron shirt and chase Satan out of earth. I'm gonna put on an iron shirt and chase the devil out of earth. I'm gonna send him to outer space to find another race. I'm gonna send him to outer space to find another race. Satan is a evilous man, but him can't choke it on I man. So when I check him, I lass in hand, and if him slip a gun with him hand, I'm gonna put on an iron shirt and chase Satan out of earth. I'm gonna put on an iron shirt and chase the devil out of earth. I'm gonna send him to outer space to find another race. I'm gonna send him to outer space to find another race. Move ya with your gun. Myself left ya with your bum. Ooh yeah, move ya with your bum.
That really is a classic. But let's have a version. This is quite a famous version, although quite rare. It's called Disco Devil by the Upsetters.
Created in the name of the Father, created in the name of the Son, created in the name of the Holy Spirit. Hail in the revelation of Rastafari, Emperor Selector, the kings of kings, the lords of lords. I'm standing on the spot where they used to transfer slavery from Africa to Seoul to Jamaica, to where the white plantation is. But it will be no more.
Lucifer, son of the morning, I'm gonna chase you out of earth. I'm gonna put on an iron shirt and chase Satan out of earth. I'm gonna put on an iron shirt and chase the devil out of earth.
We got a disco devil
she bomb, she not up on the sky. She bomb, she not up on the sky. She bomb, she not up on the sky. Look at the disco devil, dress as a disco rebel. Level the disco devil, dress as a disco rebel. Nobody make no trouble, for in your pool a rebel. Nobody make no trouble, for in your pool a rebel.
say them, Lord of mercy. Dolly and them ride and them they're on them doing trouble, no one business. Say them Dolly and them pass and them ride, Lord of mercy.
Extraordinary, that. Alright, that came out a year after the original, so 77. Let's go back a little bit earlier to the early 70s. This is the Gay Lads. This is from 1974, Nature Man.
Axe the flowers or axe the trees, axe the mountain or axe the breeze, axe the dew in the morning light, but don't go saying bad things about me. Nature may speak his words, and I want you to understand now. Help the youth of today, cause they're really, really strong now. Axe the flowers or axe the trees, axe the mountain or axe the breeze, axe the dew in the morning light, but don't go and say bad things about me.
Whoa, it's true. Lord God, know it's true. Axe the flowers or axe the trees, axe the mountain or axe the breeze.
Axe the flowers or axe the trees, axe the mountain or axe the breeze, axe the dew in the morning light, but don't go and say bad things about me. Outside my windows are robbing buildings, I tell you. Up on the leaves I say the dew has gone to rest now. Watch out my brothers now, look at my sisters. Don't go minding no other people's business. Come on now.
Axe the flowers or axe the trees, axe the mountain or axe the breeze, axe the dew in the morning light,
But don't go saying bad things about me. Nature may speak his words, and I want you to understand. Help the youth of today.
Another lovely Lee Perry production there from an earlier period. For those of you who want to listen to the original session, the audio only version that I put on Mixcloud has the original track, which I had to remove, a Gregory Isaacs track called Rumours. So go and listen there if you want to hear that. Okay, we're coming to the end of part 1 of chapter 17, and I want to end with a couple of King Tubby tracks. Next one, it's called Jah Love Dub. It's by Yabby U, and it's the King Tubby dub version from 1974.
His foundation is in the whole of mountains. Glorious things have been spoken of the city of God. I'll make mention to Rahab and Babylon for them that know I.
and to the north, back north, and to the south, tell my son to move forward, and God, on the ends of the earth, even everyone who calls it Jah.
Right, we've moved on to our last track. This is Glenn Brown and King Tubby. It's called Assack Lawn No. 1 dub. That's quite a mouthful. And apparently there's two versions of this out there. I don't know which one this is. I'd love to hear the other one. But it's a great track. A great one to finish on.
Don't love and godliness.
Say,
there is piece of paper. That is godliness, and that is cleanliness. Uncleanliness.
Say, what just here? Say, what just here? Say.
Remember Georgia say, when the place is clean, that is godliness, and that is cleanliness. Bits of paper.
Okay folks, that's about it for this session, this part of the session. Look out for part 2, that will be coming soon. Many thanks to Fraser and Tina and Colbert and the other guys up in Venda for a great weekend. One world, one people, one life.
What just here?
You're listening to U-Jah-Siri Riddim
Riddim session. Loud and clear.